morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out on this glorious fall day here in Winston-Salem, and it's like this every day in Winston-Salem. We tell companies we're trying to recruit here anyway. But it's an exciting day for the city of Winston-Salem, exciting day for our council and staff that's been working on this. We'll hear in just a moment remarks from Mayor Pro Tem Denise Adams, this is her baby. It's been a while coming. We're so glad to be here. We have with us also Councilmember Barbara Burke from the Northeast Ward, Councilmember John Larson from the South Ward, Councilmember Kevin Mundy from the Southwest Ward, and Councilmember Annette Scipio from the East Ward. So we'll hear from them in just a moment there, and then we'll hear from other folks as well. But this is an exciting project for us as we looking to address food deserts and food insecurity in our community. We know that's an issue. And the whole issue of hydroponics is one that began looking at 6 years ago, I guess it was. And a group of council members went down to Durham and Chapel Hill area and looked at the hydroponic centers down there and got some ideas. And council member and Mayor Pro Tem Adams picked up the mantle and said, we need to do one here. And so been pushing hard for that as we come forward. I see Michael Suggs out there. Michael Suggs, the Goler CDC, was a key part of this project going forward. Michael, thank you, and Goler CDC for your hard work and getting this going back in the early days. Members of the city staff are here. Lee Garrity, our city manager, is here. Assistant City Manager Patrice Toney is here, and Assistant City Manager Johnny Taylor, who really kind of helped get this thing across the finish line. How can I miss you? Get across the finish line, and we'll hear from Johnny in just a moment. But let me now present to you our Mayor Pro Tem, Dee Dee Adams, who will make some comments, and then when she finishes, I'm going to ask council members just to come up in that order that I introduced you. And then I'll come back and introduce the rest of the panel. So, Mayor Pro Tem.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to let you know I thank you all so much for being here today. As I've told the mayor and the city council staff and others already this morning, that I am birthing a 6-year-old baby. And like I tell people, I've never had a child, but if that's anything like that, then, maybe I wasn't supposed to. But as the mayor said, this idea evolved or came to me, and I've always been into food. For those of you that follow me on Facebook, how many of y'all follow me on Facebook? I am a gardener, but I am mostly and more importantly a farmer. I grow food. As a matter of fact, I went to my garden yesterday, my in-ground garden. I have in-ground and I have beds, raised beds. And I picked some turnip greens. I cut some collards. No, I didn't cut them. I picked them off like my mama them do. And I picked some kale. And I went back home and I prepared them to freeze. I cut them. I washed them 8 or 9 times. But in my heart, I'm a country girl. And in my heart, as I was growing up, my parents and grandparents, the summers I spent on their farms up until I was 18 years old, we always believed that everybody should have an opportunity to enjoy a quality of life, and most importantly, that's food. Without food, you can't be healthy. I don't care how much you work out, how much you go to work, how much you love your family, if there is not fresh food in the mix. And I know that we don't have a grocery store in this area, and this is not to try to supplement as a real grocery store. This is an opportunity to supplement the health and quality of the residents and citizens of the North Ward, Northeast Ward, Southeast Ward, and the East Ward predominantly, because in those wards we have disparity, most importantly, food. Our children and citizens go home with backpacks, Operation Lunchbox. We thank the Hope, Help Other People's Eat, and the Northwest Food Bank for helping us to try to get a handle on this. But I ask you, like I say, that this was a dream that I believed in. And I also told some other council members this morning, President Jimmy Carter put solar panels on the White House 50 years ago. And now the big thing is solar panels. If you read anything about hydroponics, and I can tell you when you tour what you see on the inside, it's gonna blow your mind. Because in hydroponics, it only takes a few weeks to grow a crop. It doesn't require that you gotta put pesticides and insecticides on food. This food is organic. That means it's good for everybody. It doesn't mean that you gotta wait on an end or the sun or whatever the temperature to grow food. Right now, 2/3 of the world are really suffering from food disparity because of climate change, lack of land, and all other things. And yeah, I'm up here preaching a sermon because you need to hear from me because I've been dealing with this for 6 years. I've been dealing with the haters and the naysayers. But you know what? Anything that we have today, somebody had to believe in it. Whether it was a George Washington Carver, whether it was a Booker T. Washington, whether it was somebody that invented an automobile, somebody figured out how to build a tent, a camera, a cell phone. I'd like to think that I am just a trailblazer trying to make something happen that wasn't happening in our community. And I thank all of you for being here today. I want to thank Michael Suggs for carrying the heavy lift. I want to thank him for that. And I want to thank all of the staff that stepped in to help get this done, and all of the volunteers that stepped in to help to get this done. So with that being said, I'm going to call up other city council members. In that order, would it be John Larson from the South Ward?
Innovation comes hard sometimes. It isn't easy. It requires commitment and risk. Sometimes it doesn't even work, but it's the only way you make progress. If we're the city of arts and innovation, this is an innovation that I think we can all be proud of today because it cuts a whole new swath in the food market area. Walk inside and see what's going on. It's amazing. Less water, less land, better product, no insecticides. And seasonally, we don't have to import our lettuce from South America somewhere. We have it right here in Winston-Salem now, fresh produce year-round. It's an amazing accomplishment, and I think it's only going to prosper and grow as more and more people realize what they can do with hydroponics. And I congratulate Dee Dee Adams for having the vision 6 years ago and the perseverance on the part of City Council to see this thing through a variety of challenges that we had, but yet stayed the course, and that's what we do in the City of Arts and Innovation, isn't it? So congratulations to you guys who stuck with it, and congratulations to the city for now having a pioneering horticulture endeavor. Thank you for coming out today.
Good morning, everyone. This is such a beautiful day for this to happen. So I want you to close your eyes a minute. Close your eyes, and I want you to imagine it's 10 years from now, it's 20 years from now, and the people of this community and the people of Winston-Salem, our precious children are grown up, but they know about healthy food. You can see them walking, and they're healthy. Their bodies are just wonderful. They're strong. It's because of this facility. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, our residents will know what quality food is all about. They'll even know how to grow it. Our young people can come in and experience what it's like to plant seeds and watch them grow. Many kids don't even know that vegetables come out of the ground or that hamburger comes from some cattle that sacrificed his life. But now they will know this. And we are here to celebrate that. And we want you to become engaged in this. It's our only one right now. We never know. It might grow to others across the city. But right now we have this magnificent facility. And I invite you, because it is the city, Miss Adams has already told you it's her board and you can come. But we really want everybody to get engaged and to celebrate this wonderful facility and get involved when it opens, and you'll see how beautiful it is inside. So thank you so much, and I look forward to this becoming the magnificent facility it's destined to be.
Good morning. I'm Kevin Mundy, representing the Southwest Ward, and I just want to say that in addition to Mayor Pro Tem Adams, I'm into food too. We might be into food in a different way, but we both realize how important it is. And I will tell you, we're fortunate in the Southwest Ward because you can stand on one corner, and within a half a mile, there are 3 different grocery stores. We recognize as a city council, that there are historic inequalities and inequities. And if we don't work to address that problem, the private sector will not. So I really admire Mayor Pro Tem and all of the folks who have worked on this particular project, because Winston-Salem needs this. We need more like this. We have to address food deserts, we have to address food insecurity, and we have to address inequity. This is a great day to show an example of how we're doing that. Thank you all very much for being here today.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day to celebrate the ribbon cutting for this hydroponic farm. I want to give a shout out to my girl, Mayor Pro Tem Dee Dee Adams, for having this dream and bringing it to reality. And I want to thank Michael Suggs, our staff, everybody involved, volunteers for making this happen. As everyone so far has already stated, this is a much needed project, necessity farm in our community. And I'm so glad that Councilmember Mundy made it very clear. In many wards, food disparities is not a problem. Healthy food, organic food, is just a few feet away. You can walk in many communities and get healthy organic food, but we cannot right here in the North Ward or in my ward, the Northeast Ward. So I applaud Mayor Pro Tem. I know it's been 6 long years, but it has been worth it. I think that this is going to serve our community so well, and I'm thinking to myself right now, how can we get one in the Northeast Ward? That is what I'm thinking, so don't be surprised when you see one coming. Thank you again, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, council members. We are obviously surrounded by a number of beautiful churches here. I see our Pastor Sherwood here from Mount Pleasant Church. Pastor, good to see you. And thank you for those comments. You're exactly right. The whole hydroponics issue, if we prove the concept it works, there's actually portable ones or ones that individuals can have at their homes even to make these things work. So that would be the idea, that more folks could be able to grow their own vegetables right at their home. A few years ago, the council and I felt like the whole issue of food insecurity was significant enough and concerning enough that we actually created a Urban Food Policy Council. And we have the chairman of that policy council with us today, Megan Reagan. I'm going to ask her to make a few comments. Megan? And to sort of make this thing flow a little better, following her will be Patricia Caldwell, Pat Caldwell, who is the president of the Boston Thurman Community Engagement Roundtable, followed by Johnny Taylor, our assistant city manager, who's helped carry this thing across the ball, and then finally Mariah Gendy, who is actually the one who's going to be making this work on a day-to-day basis. So please come up in that order.
Thank you, Mayor Joines, Mayor Pro Tem Adams, City Council. As the mayor introduced me, I am the current chair of the Urban Food Policy Council, and since we are celebrating our visionary Mayor Pro Tem Adams, I will also tip my hat to acknowledge that we were passed by the city in 2017 in part of her continued visionary work to addressing the challenges of our food systems and food insecurity in the city of Winston-Salem. We've been operational since 2018 and look at our 10 duties as assigned by the city as an opportunity to offer some creative and unique suggestions or analysis to difficult, big problems. And when we think about something like the food deserts and food insecurity, there's no one big fix. There's no panacea. There's no vaccine that fixes what's going on in our community. But it's a series of small, important steps towards more prosperity that is shared among more of our people. And when we look at one of our important duties as a council, it's to provide recommendations and evaluations of the city's market facilities, particularly the Liberty Street Vendors Market and the Fairgrounds Farmers Market, but also now, hopefully, it will include this wonderful facility. When we think about challenges of uncertainty, you want to know someone who loves risk? That's not an investment banker, that's a farmer. I'm going to put some effort, I'm going to put some money, I'm going to put some seeds and just hope that the weather is what I think it will be. And then in 6 months at harvest, that the demand and the preferences are what I think it will be, and I'll be able to have enough profit to plant again or enough harvest to feed my family and community. When we look at something like hydroponics, 20 times less water, controlled facility, growing something in the air, something that seems like just as cool as rocket science, right? This reflects why we are the city of arts and innovation. This is a creative and innovative way to address, not fix, but to contribute in a meaningful, significant way to our food insecurity and disparity by providing not only vegetables, fresh food, but food that's healthy to eat, not just because it's vegetables, but because it's pesticide and fertilizer free, that it becomes more nutritious to have a locally grown, chemical free lettuce, broccoli, kale, collards than buying it at the supermarket, right? And so it's not providing a supermarket right here, it's not providing all those things, but it is a small step in the right direction to providing healthy, consumable, nutritious food in a strategic location. And it's been a long project. COVID made everything very difficult, very drawn out, but the city continued their investment. They never wavered, they didn't back down, they didn't just say, forget it, we'll do something else. They fulfilled their vision to continue to try to address our food disparity in a meaningful way. So thank you for letting me speak, and we look forward as a council to working with this facility.
Good morning, and I thank everyone for coming to the Boston Thurman community. We're very excited about the hydroponics. When my grandson saw the building, when we first started building it, he asked, what is that funny looking building? And I said, you'll understand, and my famous lines is, Google it, you'll find out what hydroponics is. But we're so thankful because hydroponics is a sign of healthy food, something that we need in our community because we are looking at children that have a lot of illnesses because of food disparities, diabetes, and things that are in our neighborhood. But we are welcome. We're excited about it. The Boston Thurman Engagement Roundtable, Boston Thurman United, and my hat's off to Michael Suggs that came to our community. First started off with the residents. We met with consultants, letting us know, engaging us, telling us what hydroponics was, what we could expect. Even though it's been 6 years, we are excited about it. We're looking forward to it. And only thing I can say, Boston Thurman, this is how we do it.
Had to pick the mic up so I wouldn't get a back cramp. But I'm Johnny Taylor, Assistant City Manager. As I stand here today, I have several words of thanks to offer. One, I want to thank God who has allowed me to make it to this point. I want to thank the Mayor Pro Tem Adams, and the whole entire council for their great vision here, the Assistant City Managers, the City Manager, and everybody who have helped along the way. I also want to mention Miss Jennifer Kryson, who was my assistant for a great deal of this project, along with Mariah Gindy. They have labored here tirelessly, and they have made sure that things look the way they should. Even on today, all of the city staff, all of the departments, and I want to say that I'm grateful for the opportunity to expand my knowledge base. So one day, manila envelope fell on my desk, and I was told, I need you to help complete this project. And so now I'm grateful that I have the knowledge. I know how to do it, and I'm excited about how this particular facility will impact our community in a positive way. So I'm just grateful for this day. I've been waiting on the opening of this facility, and I'm just overjoyed. Thank you all for being here today, and continue to support us as we try to make a difference in our community.
Good morning. My name is Mariah Gendy, and I am the Food Resilience Program Manager for the City of Winston-Salem. It's my joy to be here this morning to help us celebrate the opening of this facility. It is an innovative and creative solution to food insecurity. And as within my role for the city, it is part of my position to help develop these innovative solutions. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be able to work on this project and to help bring it to this stage and to help it go forward from here as we continue to really meet the needs of our community and enjoy the festival. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gentry. I understand that Councilmember Robert Clark is here someplace, but he's chairman of the Finance Committee, so we're glad to have him here as well. We've been thanking a lot of people, and I think we also, Ms. Adams, need to thank the voters who have approved the 2014 bonds that really helped to build this facility here, so the forward thinking. Well, we're here to cut a ribbon, so let's do that. Let me invite all the members of the council and the program to come up, and we'll stand up here and get it done. 3, 2,